Have you ever wanted to ascribe to some of the world's most daft conspiracy theories? Have you ever thought, wow, I just might be retarded enough to believe in some of this bullshit? But all too often, some rational thinking smart person swoops in with reason and sense, completely throwing you off balance. Well, do I have a special treat for you today. In today's video, I'll teach you in 5 easy steps how you can completely defeat reason, ration, and sense, allowing you to wallow in the pit of willful ignorance you are so comfortable living in. So let's just dig right in, shall we? Refuse to ever leave your social conspiracy bubble. It is imperative that you never accidentally consume any content which might outright refute your absurd claims. For example, if you're on Facebook inside one of your many flat earth groups, reading up on more pseudoscience, which you can then use to make your next undeniable proof video, and you accidentally see something that could actually be real logic bleeding through into the group, immediately close your eyes, move away from the computer, ask a sibling, parent, or spouse, or friend to kindly turn off your PC. If at all possible, also ask them to remove your account from the offending group. If they're letting rational users in, it's just no longer a safe space for you. Demand that everyone do their own research. It's well known in the rational world that conspirators such as yourself do not actually research anything. You simply read the same tired conspiratard bullshit over and over to reinforce your delusion. By telling them to do your own research, you will be very literally assaulting their senses. It will stun them as they try and comprehend the level of stupidity that it must take for a conspirator to say such a statement. This 8 to 10 second PvP stun will give you time to escape the verbal battle before they can start speaking rationally and cause you to doubt some of your insane beliefs. Next, you'll want to double down with a "you are a shill" stun, completing the stun lock combo, which will increase the duration of your 8 to 10 second stun into an impressive 15 to 20 seconds. You see, the rational thinkers of the world, having just been stunned by the person who has done no research telling them to do research attack, will not be prepared for the follow-up. As you call them a shill, they will think, holy, what? Did someone who literally just shills for the dumbest people and products on the planet just call me a shill? What the fuck is even happening? Is this real? Is Earth real? Is the moon? Am I real? Not only will you have stunned them with the stun combo, lasting more than enough time for you to make your escape, you will also have caused them to question the very nature of reality, which you yourself have a very ethereal grasp on already. Who knows? You may have just birthed some new conspiratard into the community simply by breaking their mind and turning them into a fellow drooling idiot. The bootlicker attack. Unfortunately, some rational thinkers will have an innate free thinker defense. The stuns will have no effect on them. There's no real solution to this. If you choose to remain in the encounter, you will be forced to attempt to stand toe-to-toe with someone who has an order of magnitude more common sense than yourself. This will end catastrophically for you. Fortunately, you won't really understand that fact, so it's best to persist to the end. Besides, who cares if someone makes you look dumb? You're pretty used to it by now. The attack is very simple. You simply call them a bootlicker or a sheep. Of course, this doesn't really mean anything or have any impact on them, but it will make you feel slightly better. Content assault. Now that you've stunned them and escaped, or attempted to insult them, it's time for the death blow, the proverbial coup de grace, the content assault. There is very literally hundreds of thousands of dimwits on YouTube, belching out every form of conspiracy nonsense you could ever imagine onto the platform. Millions of hours worth of video from which you can pull from in order to smother your opponent in stupidity. Do not hesitate to do exactly that. Name drop all the big names. Bury them in links and documents, maps, photoshopped or AI-made images and video. Absolutely crush them under a literal mountain of nonsense. Ideally, the rational thinker will come to the realization that this is a useless endeavor. They will simply sigh and leave. Which, by the laws laid forth in the Geneva Convention of Maritime Common Law, you won. Now let's take a few short looks at some of these tactics being employed in the field by actual free thinkers and amateur researchers across the world. You must be paid by the deep state. Karma will hold you accountable. We would class this into the shill name-calling category. When you don't really have any kind of valid commentary to say, or no response to whatever common sense information they might be feeding you, it's best to just call them a name and move on. Again, same as the last one, just calling names. This one says puppet. Pretty typical response if you don't have anything of value to contribute to the conversation. Call a name, move right along. So I had a whole bit here planned out where I was going to take comments from my videos and post them to represent some of the actions that sovereign citizens or other various conspiratards have posted on my content in the past. And I can't fucking find them now. Like, if this was 5 years ago, I could have found all the comments. I would have known exactly which video to go to find which comment. And I have no clue where they're at anymore. So what I'm going to do instead is just post some really funny pictures I found. Sorry, I'll do better next time. So this last bit, we're going to save the best for last, right? What we got here is a couple of sovereigns. They decided to get spicy with the police and fucked around and found out. As one does, I guess. Alright. Peace, fuckers.